Super Typhoon Haiyan was the strongest typhoon to hit land. It began as a tropical depression southeast of Guam, strengthening over the Philippine Sea, striking the central Philippines with winds near 195 miles per hour, finally dissipating over Vietnam. Okay, this is Sunday morning, November 3rd. Tropical system is forecast to be just south of Guam, and I think this one's going to spin up here, and if I fly there, it'd be about this point when I can land in Manila, and then sleeping it off the jet lag right about here. So my storm is here. This is 0Z on Thursday, November 7th. Then it makes a turn to the northwest with time here, and hopefully I can get to a island in the Visayas, or maybe have to go to Davao and then drive to the coast if it hits Mindanao. Okay, real quick here before I got to get on a plane. This is a map of the Philippines. This section is called Mindanao. Middle island's called Visayas, and up here is Luzon. I will be flying into Manila, and from there I have 4 one-way tickets to here, 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 and down here, so that wherever this typhoon goes, I'll be able to intercept it. Okay, gotta run.
Houston is your final destination. You can collect your baggage at the baggage claim level of Terminal B.
I am in Houston getting ready to board my flight for Honolulu, then Guam, then Manila. So they're boarding right now. Okay, we're now in Hawaii. Now I am in Guam. We are in Manila, and I'm trying to get over to Terminal 3. That will take me down into the Visayas or Mindanao. So it's a super typhoon. Everybody knows about it by now. Hey, this is what it looks like after 26 hours of flying. Little beard, roughed up hair. Still kicking though. Okay, one last update from Manila. It's about 3 a.m. and I'm gonna go get on a plane to Tacloban. And if I have to, I can drive south. So we'll see what happens. This is it. All this traveling, and we're rolling the dice here. See if we can get in there and film it.
From flight CR021 bound for Masbate. Outgoing passenger Rita.
Getting on a flight to Tacloban in the Visayas for this typhoon. It's be a 1-hour hop down there, and then we've got some coastline we can work with. So we'll see how it goes. That's my driver, Oscar.
Hi.
So we're gonna go look for a motel, get some Wi-Fi, probably do a couple of Skypes with one of the networks. And there's the water over there. Then we're gonna head back out and get some shots, some B-roll. We got about 24 hours to get in position here. I ended up at the Lady Park Resort in northeast Tacloban. It was absolutely paradise, and a view to match. After lunch, Oliver took me downtown along the water. I wanted to film people going about their daily activities. The fishermen certainly knew a storm was coming. It was real busy at the fish market. Rather bumpy. We're headed south from Tacloban to Dulag. That's where the center will likely come across, or just south of it, according to the latest forecast from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. We're going to go down there while we have some daylight, scope out the area, and look for a good place to hide. As we drove along the coastal highway, I took some pictures, documenting what was here before the typhoon. We stopped at a church south of Tacloban. It was full of families prepared to ride out the storm. It was very close to the water. We didn't find a safe place in Dulag, so we headed back to Tacloban. We stopped at the MacArthur Memorial, and just like that, the sun disappeared. At the Lady Park Resort, folks were monitoring the storm. I contacted Jeff Gammons in Florida for an update.
And what's the latest on the typhoon?
Well, it's just been upgraded by JTWC to 195 miles an hour, which I didn't know they would go up that high. Looking at the infrared signature and the presentation, they upped it another 5. I never heard of this kind of speed. So that means gust well over 200 miles an hour. Now, they don't have a plane in there, but I'll take their word for it.
Well, the satellite presentation is one of the most impressive I've ever seen. So I don't doubt that this thing is somewhere in the 170 to 190 range.
As the storm approached, I tweeted the pressure dropping. Near daybreak, the restaurant was serving breakfast until the wind blew open the door and all hell broke loose. Coconuts are falling down out of that tree. Hey, coconuts fell just right on top of me. In an instant, the wind surged, so strong I could not stand up, and I needed to get back to the safety of the lobby. I started working my way back to the lobby, ducking behind villas. I turned the corner and made it to the pool, a place of refuge. The wind was really picking up, and to my amazement, the resort disappeared in a massive whiteout of wind and rain. Wow, man, that's some wind there. Do you see that? I saw an incredible shot of water blowing out of the pool. I wanted it really bad. I dropped down low and went to the edge of the pool. But I could feel it was too dangerous, so I slid into the pool. Here I felt safe from flying debris and worked a few more angles. Then the wind went crazy, and even the pool was not safe. I literally crawled out and ran for cover. I was in a real pickle now. I needed to get to the lobby with everyone else, but no way was I going to walk into that crazy wind. I tried going around the villa and almost was blown away. had to run up this walkway to get to the safety of the lobby. And then bam! My legs were peppered with debris, so I ran back around the corner. Now Hyon was at full fury, and I knew I was in trouble. Flying debris was crashing into the roof nearby. There was a shooting range out there. I tried to get to the lobby yet again. This time I made it, and what a relief.
Yeah, it's on now, buddy.
Here is where I had breakfast just a few hours ago.
The place is wrecked, and this thing is howling. It's still going on. I'm out here at a resort right on the water. I went out there as the wind started getting stronger. It was coming out of this direction, and all of a sudden it swung out of this direction real fast, very intense. I was down there trying to get real low. I was filming real good.
then I got near the pool and it just got too dangerous, so I got in the water. And because stuff can't get you in the water. Anyways, actually went underneath the water and held the GoPro up so I would be safe above my head, and then I would poke up in front of it. I got a pressure reading one time when the wind just howling behind me. It got pretty scary out there because I got stuck right here. I got stuck right here. I couldn't get out. Across from me over here, these debris was hitting these ceramic tile roofs, and you could hear them just go pow, 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 pow. They were just popping, and you could see them down there. I felt they're all busted up. Wind came screaming down the corridor, the rooms. Furniture's piled up on the steps. The place where I had breakfast, it's got glass walls and doors. Well, they shattered. It's just a pile of glass right now. After the storm, I went around and photographed the damage. It was heartbreaking. I hooked up with a GMA film crew and we went through downtown Tacloban.
Okay.
It was tough going there, slugging it out in the flooded streets filled with debris. Shortly after nightfall, it began to rain hard. I couldn't keep up with GMA, so I stopped at a bus overhang. This is Jim Edds. I'm out here in the aftermath of Super Typhoon Haiyan, or as the locals call it, Yolanda. This little village I'm staying in, about an hour and 15 minutes ago, they were in a panic, came in here, said a tsunami's coming, and they all left. Nobody's got cell phone coverage, there are no TVs, and there's no power. So I was going like, wow, I didn't feel an earthquake. And they go, Jim, we just got the word and everybody's getting out of here. So I'm in a village about 5 kilometers south of Tacloban, and I am all by myself. I've got some dogs out there. I don't know. I met some people. They took me in, and I've got a warm bed. I've got some water, and it's open air. There's windows on 2 sides, so it's rather out in the environment. But I'm all alone out here. There's nobody around, So I'm just going to hunker down, wait for daylight, and just keep documenting the aftermath of the super typhoon.
The residents now are destroyed.
Morning.
Morning. What's the name of this village?
Villa Mayor.
Villa Mayor.
Yeah, Villa Mayor.
Okay.
From where are you from?
Florida, USA.
Florida.
He brought me some coffee and a roll here before I head back out and try to get this footage out. We're just going over some pictures that I took yesterday. One of that school where 10 died, and along the route up to here. Some of the locals on scooters took me back to Lady Park. It wasn't an easy trip. We had to cross a lot of debris in the road. Finally, we made it back, as close as we could get to the resort. They're getting their first look at the damage here. The airport is along that flight path there. Maybe he's coming in. But I'm gonna follow him in just a minute. First helicopters I've heard on this whole trip. He's gonna look it over. Come on, come on. Here, here. Here. Come on, come on. Here.
Mate, you know how big our walls are over there? We've got walls this thick. And Jim, these walls were just pouring down. Just the wind was just blowing these walls straight down, knocking them straight in. Steel that thick in them.
Yeah.
And it was just knocking them straight down. And we were luckily, we were at the very back of the hatchery.
Yeah.
And I spoke to a guy in Australia before that, and I said, I've never seen the tide so low in all my life.
Yeah.
He said, Greg, be careful, there's a storm surge coming through. He said, I guarantee it. And I said, must be. So we raced back up the back of the hatchery, and we're about 100 yards up in the backyard, and all of a sudden the storm surge came through.
Yeah.
I couldn't outrun it. It was going that fast, and we were heading for the rooms of the laboratory,
Yeah.
and we just got there, and that storm surge just came out of nowhere, just nowhere.
Unbelievable, mate. Yeah.
And all the people across there in the provinces, hundreds of them, Greg, you're going to find hundreds of people killed because the storm surge will kill most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Christine Ramadis case.
Because, you know, the way I'm thinking is, you know, if there's like an airplane like that, everyone's going to be there. Possible to ride that.
Salamin ko, paano na lang dyan sa gilid. Mamaya pag-akyat mo.
Yeah, we're up here, hanging out over the ledge, chilling out with a blue Pepsi. What's your name?
Joseph.
Joseph. I'm Jim. And that's Joseph over there. He came down to surf the Super Typhoon. And he got more than he bargained for.
That's true.
Yeah.
They want to take that ride.
You see this guy down here. He's taking the scrap siding that was blown off from somewhere, and he's shaping it so it will collect water into a bucket. There, and there it goes. And it's working. And over here, this guy's already in on it. There he goes. I'm holding the camera over the ledge so it's not steady. But this guy's, they probably shower with it. It's a blessing and a knot. You know. There goes a helicopter. At 4 a.m. the next day, under cover of darkness, tourists, media, and Peace Corps volunteers were escorted from the Lady Park Resort to the safety of the airport by Filipino bikers.
Everyone should choose 2 people to keep track of. Make sure you never lose those 2 people. Trina?
Yeah, I was there.
Was it like this?
Kawasaki, kompleto na po. Wala sumasagot. Parang wala pang Kawasaki. Quezon. Quezon, nandito na yung tatlo. Nakita ko na sila sir. Kawa, tsaka ano, Yama. Kailangan lang kami niya ito sir.
Front and back, in the middle.
Huwag kayo mag-iwala yung grupo niya. Nauna na. Nauna na.
Sino yung nasa harap natin ngayon? Okay, ito pagkamalayo, mahirap. Oh.
Sir.
Recording. All right, Jim. You're about the only white guy left back here.
I think I'm a marked white guy here. So I'll just try to.
Every other foreigner has gone.
Yeah, well,
And
I know I couldn't make that, and they said it's a 3-mile hike. There's no way, because I went into town and then I went south of here, and the first night I spent the night up in the hills, and I'm just too tired. I have too much luggage. I'm just not going to make that kind of trip.
those people probably have a 6-hour hike ahead of them in
Yeah,
the dark.
'cause, gosh, there's concrete poles, big concrete poles down, wires everywhere. It's tough going in the daytime, and it's a long ways. What is it? Probably 10 kilometers, or
more.
or more. So man's got to know his limitations. I couldn't do that. I just hold them up, and that's not what I want to do. So maybe
And you feel all right being left here.
yeah, maybe I saw some boats. I talked to a guy. He says, "Yeah, I'll take you over there." I hope so, because that's it. There's no other way I can get out of here. Then, as we get towards the magic day 3, what I call it, things could get really worse, because you know, things get desperate when people get hungry and they don't have any water and they don't see any hope on the horizon. So, you know, I'm told some assets are moving this way, but it takes time. You know, the ships from Guam, from Okinawa, they would take, you know, at least a day and a half to get here. So I don't know what's cooking, but it needs to get here really quick. So. We carried my gear down the hill to Greg's little boat. This was my only way out. You can stand it up, that's okay. I'll sit over here.
Fred is food with petrol and with diesel, okay? 2 days. Jim, good luck, mate.
Oh, okay.
Good luck, buddy. Good to meet you, okay?
Your last name is?
Adams.
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 Okay, it's easy. Cheers, thanks, Greg. Yeah. Appreciate it. Here we go. Those things are fast.
Nobody even told us that the water was coming up. I was in the downpour with Peter. No, they didn't tell us the water was coming in already. And by the time I saw water seeping in my door, it was too late. It was so tight I cannot open it anymore. So I waited for the water to level off. But by that time I was able to force open the door and swim out. Otherwise I could have drowned.
Yeah, you don't want to get pinned inside because it just fills up and you got nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's almost, it almost happened to my neighbor also in the other room. Good thing the 2 old guys were able to come out.
Like all mud there. Oh shoot. All right, hitting bottom here. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out. Yeah, because it's too heavy. Yep. Maybe the runway. I got suitcases. I gotta. It's hard to. They're heavy. Where can we go with the boat that's shorter? That's the road. That's the road here, huh? Okay. Okay, thanks.
Jim, he told me that he hung on to the coconut tree for 2 hours. Otherwise he would have been gone.
Do you? Where's my stuff? Where? I lost you. I got it. Okay. Okay. Thanks. I finally made it to the airport, and as fate would have it, I met a very special lady named Magina Fernandez. President Aquino flew down 2 days after the typhoon. He walked up to the tired, dehydrated crowd, waiting to get a flight out. Next thing I know, Magina is chatting with him, and it doesn't appear to be going well. I was too far away to hear the conversation, but TV cameras popped up all over the place, and the crowd behind me surged. Hey. At the airport, Tacloban. That's the president's plane. PAL Express brought him in. He's out looking around in a helicopter at the sites, at the damage and the destruction. I'm trying to get a ride out of here. I think I might have hooked up with some folks. You can see they're carrying supplies behind me. They go out the gate, and I don't know where it goes from there. It's a drop in the bucket compared to what they need. I've been here about an hour and it's just moving very, very slow. It's disorganized. I don't know who's in charge. With Magina's help, I was able to get on a C-130 to Cebu. They loaded the injured and the women and kids first. Everybody was dehydrated and desperate to leave. It was very crowded, and all I had was my iPhone in the dark cargo hold. Cebu was about 45 minutes away. They unloaded the injured last, some into waiting ambulances. Then Magina and I took a shuttle to the airport, where she called her relatives and told them she had made it out. It was good to be in Cebu. At the local Marriott, I contacted Jeff Gammons again and told him how bad it was. Then I uploaded my footage to the world, requesting a massive relief effort be mobilized immediately.